well done. Yeah, so does this seem very effective? I'm just gonna go blockade, just like this, right? Well, the first of all, what's the most obvious thing? Yeah, I'm whacking something. I'm whacking a buddy, right? Looking kind of stupid. The second thing is they're just gonna keep yanking and yanking and yanking. My arm's gonna come out of it, right? Because I've got nothing on. So, and in the mock role play, when I used the lockbox, I thought I got to say, hey, it's a mock role play. I really have on chains, and I'm actually attached to this. I thought they would trust that. No. Pain compliance city. I still got bruises. Yeah. So the sock, right? You wouldn't use this. I mean, I would actually take off all my jewelry, all stuff like that. So you have this bracelet, right? And it's metal. And the point is, you're going to put it around your wrist and you're going to attach that thing. Well, you don't want to just have it hang down your wrist because it's going to start to clump, it's going to hurt, it's going to create bruising, make you uncomfortable. The more comfortable you can make yourself, the longer you can sustain a lockdown. So a friend of ours in Katua came up with this brilliant, I've been doing this for years, right? It's always a complicated thing. You gotta take all these rags, then you duct tape it, but then it moves with it. It's like, well, let's just use a sock. Like, okay. So it's the sock. And the concept is now I can fold the sock over and it's not moving. It moves with it with one unit. Isn't that brilliant? Love the sock. It's all about the sock. When we get in action, and you'll see in the package, you'll see these barrels, and they'll have lock boxes in them. When they actually got to Vanessa with the sock on, even though they knew that it was a chain, all that, they said, well, we can't get to her chain. She's got her sock on. Welcome to rural North Carolina.
What's wrong with the sock?
I don't know why. I live in rural North Carolina. I don't know why they didn't want to cut. They didn't want to cut the sock.
Did they think it would ignite? Maybe.
I'm gonna go to jail, so you're gonna have a record. You know, unless you find a really nice jury that lets you off. And you know, you just gotta be prepared. Don't just let someone talk you into locking down to something because your arm fits the equipment. I've had that happen, and so I always have a couple different size chains to start out with because different people's wrists are different sizes. So some people might not find a link that's actually going to match up. I also use this. I have both to show you. And I'll talk about the pros and cons. There's two kinds of connectors. Nut and bolt on, say it's attached. You've got the nut and bolt sticking you. There's just not, it's just not going to lie flat. And once they're moving out your arm, it can get jammed, it can get right up under your bone, it can do all kinds of things. And it's just not as comfortable. If that's all you got, your local hardware store, your local independent hardware store doesn't have, these little D-O clamp things or whatever, then, use the nut and bolt. But, so for hundreds and hundreds, use affinity groups. Spend the extra bucks. Now you're up to about an extra $1.25, like the song says, and you got something a little more comfortable. Let me go out and buy all kinds of new things just so people can be more comfortable. And speaking of which, where are they? So what you're going to do is you're going to attach. Peter, if you could hand out some of these chains so other folks can play around. I don't know why that didn't move that way. Somebody in the last spot they turned just kind of. So what you're going to do is, make it so that, people, if you've used it before, let someone else have an opportunity. Have a little buddy. Have a neighbor. Yeah. Yeah, those are really uncomfortable. Attachment. Have your neighbor get there attached. Sorry, I didn't bring socks with me. So if you're attached, you want to make it. This one I would do actually for demo purposes. I'm going to do it on this one. I would do to the next one, or if it didn't fit right, I would use a different size chain. But you wouldn't want it like this because you could slip it off with your wrist, right? So then you're just going to take your sock and duct tape. Oh, and duct tape is the most important part of any action. You've learned that by now, right? You have to have duct tape, always. So then you take your duct tape and you wrap it around your wrist. So it's all moving together. It's the sock. Then you would take your clip, and I made these chains are longer than you would actually use. It's better to have the chain too long, and then have your bolt cutters that you have in your group, and cut them to fit you personally. And I would put it on this one because you want it so that you can operate it smoothly with your thumb. And then I would cut it. I would keep one link of chain on it, and I would cut off these extra chains. Okay. So all you're gonna do, classic one demo. Someone else got a chain on yet? Got a chain on? You're gonna lock into that. Oh, and actually, Peter, if you can give folks in that bag, there's the good clips. There's not that many. You see that pin? You get that pin?
You want a good clip?
Lock onto that clip. And see? So now, let's see. And actually lay down. You've all seen like the old Greenpeace style buckets. They're all laying down across the road. And they're all attached, right? It's like 10 people, or 8 people in these things. And you can take over an entire road. Or something as simple as this. And this is like what we use in Seattle. This is the purpose. You could incorporate this into some kind of device that they did in Seattle that was afloat, and so they were locked into the float itself, so they're actually in sitting positions. Right. Now so they can't just pry my fingers apart from each other and drag us away. Right? So that's the point on the straight one. Can I get a time check? I have no idea. What time is it?
That's a carabiner connected to the thing. I was just talking to this thing.
Some situations you couldn't use a straight lock.
You're like, man, you're insane. Oh, cool.
Say you're on the axle of a car. You know, it's not gonna do any good to have a straight lock box. It's not gonna be enough room for you and stuff like that.
Is that?
So you're gonna want to use an angle
Yeah,
lock box.
but it's a little too big, so I'm gonna make an adjustment here. Is this?
Part of the crane, a scaffolding like I did for the demo, right? This is what I use for the demo. I would have 2 of these on my wrists. And there's a pin in here. And I'd have 2 on my wrist. And so now I'm double locked in. And that way I can attach myself to just about anything. Especially an axle of a car. You want to have your angle match what your object is. You're not gonna have a 90-degree angle for just one person with arms like me with this box. Can somebody tell me why? Imagine I have a pin. I've got this one
Is that pretty?
attached to the pin, right? And this is as far as that on the
Easy to handle.
comfortably do it.
So you go in and you lock yourself into the clip that goes in the
I don't know why we got stuck for
40
long
steel
time,
gauge
but stuck on 90
water pipe.
angles, you know? It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem much different.
There's got to be an easier way to like move it
Shave it in and have it 87 degrees or whatever, right?
extra up.
take it and cut
So
the
it should be
link
like
off.
custom for each.
Looking about 90 degrees.
Yeah, your own shape.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna get my initials on it.
I know, that's cool.
You got 15 minutes.
No, I'm more recorder.
Or do you care? Stop, dirty air. How do you care? And then there's, I don't know. I guess everything will happen. Do you care? Stop, dirty air. Al Gore, do you care?